following program on Ada Derana 24 is classified for general audience. It is intended for all ages. It contains little or no violence, no strong language, and little or no sexual dialogue or situations.
The following Showbiz Tonight program was recorded on Wednesday, 21st of May, 2025.
And here we go again. Now this time it's a rebirth with an all-new cast and perhaps a slightly different angle. Will this new T-Rex play nice or not?
After many years of keeping her fans in suspense, Rihanna comes out with a single but did impress the Little Smurfs and also her showcase at the Cannes Film Festival and the Little Baby Bump. More deets right here on Showbiz Tonight.
And the box office wars, it's not just a reality, but we all know there's a new king in town on the top of the countdown. Now if you don't know who, stick around to find out. So let's roll the theme and begin another exciting episode of Showbiz Tonight.
Live to tape from Studio 24. This is Showbiz Tonight Special. Now, here are your hosts, Vinuth Wanusuriya, Dakwil Qureshi, Sanuvi Mudanayaka, and Mahesh Jani.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Showbiz Tonight, where we give you the cause and the buzz of from Hollywood and all around the world as well. The world of movies, the world of music, the world, whatever the world that you come from. We give you the latest data and also a little bit of a banter with each other. But what exactly are we going to talk about? We have to talk about Jurassic Park Rebirth.
We have so many new things, I think,
yeah,
in terms of movies. Not much goss and buzz this week. We had Jurassic Park. Then we had Wednesday, I think.
The Wednesday is a TV series, yeah, of course.
And then I think we have a song release that we need to discuss.
Lady Gaga, actually.
I think today.
Not Lady Gaga. Sorry,
Rihanna.
Rihanna. After a long time. I was like, no,
Lady Gaga had a good one.
Yeah, it was a good album.
She was a good one. And also,
it's going to be a bit spooky this week.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Annabelle. So we have the Conjuring universe also coming into the conversation, and that it's going to be a fun, exciting episode. So before anything else, let's start with the countdown with number 10 to number 6. And then we will be back in order to analyze whatever we want to talk about with regard to the world of movies. So let's start the show.
Kicking things off at number 10, we have a movie built upon a video game. Now, Until Dawn. Now, this movie, as we said last week, dives into a classic horror vibes but adds a cool twist with its time loop storyline. Now it brings some fresh ideas and nods to the original game, but reactions have been mixed. Now some people felt the characters weren't fleshed out enough and the story got a bit messy in comparison to the game.
If we want to survive, we have to make it until dawn. What is that?
On to number 9 now. Clown in a Cornfield is making some noise in the horror scenes with a surprisingly strong start at the box office. It's already pulled in around $6.6 million worldwide, which is pretty solid considering its small budget and not limited release. The success is a big win for the studio and proves that people are still showing up for the fresh slasher flicks in a post-pandemic world. Oh, one of the cooler things about the movie is how it switches things up from the original book, taking some creative turns that fans didn't see coming. Take a look.
At number 8, we have a new entrant on Showbiz tonight, but not to the top box office. Friendship. Yep, that's the name. Now, this movie climbed up from number 13 last week, number 8 this week at the top box office and showing signs of growth. The movie follows the quirky and emotional journey of a socially awkward suburban dad who desperately tries to bond with his teenage son. Now, we can tell that increasing screen locations is a key factor that aided this movie to climb to the top 10 this week on Showbiz Tonight.
So how'd y'all meet?
Another new entrant at number 7 this week, we have Hurry Up Tomorrow, which is a psychological thriller about a musician who's dealing with serious insomnia and emotional mess after a public meltdown. Now, the story dives into his wild and strange encounters with a mysterious fan, where reality and fantasy starts to mix in a pretty trippy way. Despite an extensive marketing campaign, the film opened in 7th place with $33.3 million. Lionsgate's limited investment in the film suggests that it may still be profitable, but its commercial performances has been less than expected.
I'm not opening the door. He left. He's gone.
Who do you think you are? Eh? Who do you think you are?
You.
What you say? What you say? Me? Huh? You say me, huh? What are you gonna do?
Marking its 4th consecutive week at the top box office, The Accountant 2 seals the number 6 spot this week on our rundown. Now, this sequel has been doing pretty well at the top box office so far, which shows that audiences are really into it. Now, while earnings are naturally dipped a bit after the opening weekend, making around $9 million in the second week and I think $6 million in the third, well, that's pretty standard for most of the movies. Now, the buzz around the film has been strong enough that talks about the third movie is already happening. So, fans can definitely look forward to more action and intrigue down the line.
I was hired to find them by her father. I need you to help me. I mean, you're really the only person who can. You see, I'm semi-retired now, and I'm only taking cases that mean something to me.
What do you want, King?
Honey, do you know what acquired savant syndrome is?
No. But I know there are men outside. The kind that sleep at airport gates in Africa and the Middle East. They didn't follow me.
Let's take a short commercial break. More Showbiz tonight on the other side.
On the island we're headed to, 24 species have survived there alone.
The theme park owners did experimental work, leaving only the worst ones here.
see that every day.
Or ever.
Let's go.
If we get this DNA, millions of lives are saved.
Maybe we should make this quick, huh? Time to move.
We put ourselves in a place where we don't belong. Survival is a long shot.
That's kind of our specialty.
She's scared. She's scared of.
Come on! Run!
We're not gonna let you get hurt, okay?
Then was a source. We found it? No, it found us.
Welcome back, everyone, to Showbiz Tonight. You just saw releasing soon the movie Jurassic Park Rebirth. No, actually, sorry, my apologies. Jurassic World Rebirth. So Jurassic Park came back in 1993. And then it was a trilogy. So those days trilogies were the thing. Not this endless amount of movies, the universes and everything. 3 was the thing, you know. But recently, who said? Oh, it's White Lotus. White Lotus. How can I forget? In White Lotus, this one. Again, I forget the actress's name. She said, "Bad things comes in 3s, but you know, good things also do comes in 3s." Okay, bad things like bad events happens in 3s. So if some bad event happened to you, expect another and another. So definitely there'll be a 3. Yeah.
So lucky number is 3.
So trilogies. Yeah. So bad things happens in 3s.
There's so many bad things on the way for me.
Apparently, but Jurassic Park was the initial when it came in 1993. I think I would have watched it. It came to Sri Lanka in 1994, not in 1993. 1994,
just few days back.
I went to the hall more than 15 times to watch that movie.
Whoa!
Jurassic Park first. Movie that was so good at the first time around.
Wow,
oh my
15
goodness.
times. I do not lie. Every single time on a Saturday, because we had to go to school. So on a Saturday, on a Sunday, both days. The entire time that it was there at the cinema hall. 15 days. Every single day, my mom asked, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to watch the movie." "Which one?" "Jurassic Park." "Didn't you watch it already?"
So why do you get the joy? 15
really, because it was revolutionary at that particular moment. Because as a movie buff and as a movie lover, to see animatronics, because it was not CG. It was really big, bulky machines. Okay. Look realistic. It was so good in terms of that, and because of that, it was revolutionary at that time, and people were very marveled about the fact that, oh my God, something like this could really happen. Because just like how Marvel came and used a little bit of CGI. Hello guys. Can you not like? Everybody's like interested. Like going on through
this. 1993. I was looking at Steven Spielberg.
No, what I was. Yeah, it's a
exactly. That's what I was going through.
Spielberg. So. just like what I was saying, you guys will. I think about a couple of weeks back, you were telling about the fact that Marvel does animations and everything, like it's so realistic at that particular point. And when it comes to the Jurassic Park, this was realistic. We believed, oh my God, there are real dinosaurs right now somewhere in the park. Kind of a vibe is what you got, and it was such a good movie experience. As a movie goer, you had that experience, and the toilet scene. Have you all watched the first one? Oh my God, I forgot.
Both of you know the toilet
existed at this point.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't know about it.
Did you watch the first one?
Oh yeah.
Jurassic Park, the first one. Did you watch?
No, unfortunately.
What?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you watch the first one?
Not the first one, but I did watch a trailer of it.
I was never a fan.
Oh wow,
Clips
that's what you are supposed to do. Did you hear that?
What did he say?
Clips and trailers, because that was just after when Chris Pratt actually showcased as well. There was like the whole remake.
Chris Pratt was not even born.
I know, but I was not existent. Okay, so I didn't want.
Oh, so when you're not existent, it's not relevant.
Here's the thing. Okay, when you compare it now in terms of Marvel to Jurassic now as well, the CGI is so good that when you compare it to the ones way back in the day, you're like,
that was not
I would
CGI.
rather watch this. Exactly, it was machines and stuff, but then CGI is so much better than the actual machines.
Yeah, of course.
So comparatively, this would be opted to watch more, as opposed to
the younger generation, yes, because you guys have seen a lot of animation and all, but at that moment we haven't, and we saw this, and so the first one came. It was so good. The toilet scene, okay,
back to the toilet scene.
So there's this.
No, tell me. I had
to explain this scenario to these two people.
I'm going to search it up.
There's this lawyer. So the storyline of Jurassic Park, Sanawi, okay, the so-called entertaining, anchor of TV Derana and other Derana.
Wow.
There's this guy who did a billionaire who actually wanted to bring these animals back to life. He wanted to create a park where real dinosaurs are there, not just a little bit of this and that and none of that. But not a little what do you call those fake parks where you have
the animatronics and whatnot.
Not that. He really wanted to have real dinosaurs walking around and actually making sure that people mingle with them and have that kind of an experience. So he researched. He found, I'm talking about this first movie, okay? Somehow a small piece of amber where a prehistoric mosquito has basically bitten a dinosaur or someone. So they took the DNA out of it, created the whole another DNA strand. They feel the ones that was not completed from other animal DNA, and then they created these dinosaurs. But what they did was, they took away the part where in the DNA that they could be very vicious.
The aggression?
Yeah, exactly. Especially like a dinosaur, like a T-Rex. Okay, so these are killer machines. Okay, so they took the DNA, but it was not the case. Everything goes to hell, and everything everything falls apart. So the first movie is they go to test this park. So now everything is done, okay, real. So they take a paleontologist, a scientist, a non-believer, and then the two kids of the billionaire, no, not the kids, the grandchildren of the billionaire, into this park to do the first round of visit. And that's where we discover, there are real dinosaurs and all that. And it was you have that music
and those long neck ones come out of the water. It's that first
so herbivores, long neck ones.
What again?
Herbivores. Okay, so yeah. So the first one came. Now the second one came. Second one is, now these are two islands, okay, somewhere around in Costa Rica, but these are made up islands. One called Isla Nubla and the other one is called Isla Sola. So the second movie is apparently they created another one without, learning from the lessons of the past. So, they didn't want to give up. So, it's not just the first movie, the second movie, the third movie, and then the Jurassic World and all that.
At the end of the first
Every single movie is, they go, they create dinosaurs.
The T-Rex
dinosaurs gets really, pissed off, goes on a rampage, and everybody has to kill these dinosaurs.
It was quite different in Jurassic World. Not in the first one, but Dominion and Rebirth is going to be a different story. But then the trilogy.
No. Dominion and Rebirth is also the same.
But Dominion
base.
has this whole thing where they wanted to save the dinosaurs from the island because they were trying to kill them.
Yeah, but again, still, the idea was from the first experience of the dinosaurs, the governments and everybody got together, and that's what they said in the movie, that they completely shut this down. Project, this is not right.
If you remember the trailer, now the dinosaurs
Which
are...
one?
The Rebirth one.
The new one. So again.
So now the dinosaurs are among the human society.
No. So now this one is
a little bit of a different.
A little bit of a different, because so now the Rebirth. Okay, now this is Jurassic World Rebirth. The storyline in the new one is they're going back to get DNA, because this particular park, this is not the first island, it is not the second island. Prior to all this billionaire was testing. Okay, they were testing these, creating these animals, and they did it in another separate island. So these testing animals happened way prior to the first movie. Okay, so the testing happens.
So before the display, they had a whole testing ground.
Those are what do you call animals that have gone wrong. So they're weird ones. Okay, they're not like the proper dinosaurs.
So the Thunderbolts.
So it's like a T-Rex with 7 arms. One of those so herbivores with 2 necks.
So they didn't take any action to
so that particular one. So the storyline is Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali.
The cast is a whole new one, by the way.
It is.
Yeah. So all 3 of them are going to this island to get the DNA, because the DNA has a strand which can save and cure lots of
And do you know what it is? It's an aquilapse. That's the dinosaur.
Oh,
aquilapse.
Wow.
What's an aquilapse?
Apparently, that is the secret dinosaur that the entire movie is actually surrounded by. So that's a secret dinosaur that actually has it.
Okay.
The DNA to sort of like save the entirety of everything. So it's called an aquilapse. There you go. Dropped it.
Damn.
Wow.
Akil spoke something about it.
I know.
That's the only reason why he has gotten interested.
It's actually an aquilapse, by the way.
Okay, we got it.
So that's the storyline, and hopefully it'll be a good. I mean, this Jurassic Park, despite.
And it's Scarlett Johansson, man. Come on, like every movie that she does is really, really good. She's like, and Marvel as well, by the way. One reason why I did watch Marvel was because of her.
You did watch
Black
Marvel?
Widow?
What did you watch in Marvel?
Black Widow.
Just like
not watching anything else.
He's like one reason I watch.
He's a movie buff or anything. This is something else. This is
No.
Yeah.
It's like one
This
reason
is
I watched
something
Marvel
else.
is Scarlett Johansson. What did you watch? Just Black Widow.
Wow.
Okay, tell me another movie that you watched of Scarlett Johansson.
Lucy. Amazing.
My God, that was like ancient.
Everybody was.
But Lucy's good though.
Ancient
it was a good
one.
movie. It was a good movie.
What do you call? I'm looking at the funny. That's a funny thing. Okay, so just imagine. Wait. Is the name of that? Wait. The funny part about this entire thing is this. So now they are doing. This is basically the same story told in various versions.
Yeah.
Okay, since the first one, various versions. So just imagine at the writer's room, okay? Now we have to bring this, everybody is talking about it. We have to, come up with this, a new angle to it. Okay, oh my God, this is gonna happen like way before, and that island still exists. So all these weird creatures are still there. So the one who's like completely coming up and killing and making everything, the Hewa. Is a Tyrannosaurus Rex that is normal, but what they call him, it's a disrupted Rex. Okay, Disruptorex or something like that. Okay. That is I'm serious. Okay, so they say this is a Disruptorex or something like that. So it's basically a disrupting Rex. Okay, so there's like, why he's disrupting the whole thing? Oh, what kind of name can we come up for this animal? Okay, because this is not a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a T-Rex.
I know what's coming.
What exactly? It's really funny. Okay, they couldn't come up with a proper name for that animal who is destroying the whole thing.
You get it?
That is.
Yes.
Did you get it?
Okay, you finally got it. My God.
No, but okay, you know what? I got it. My interest in dinosaurs was limited, very, very limited. The only dinosaur set that I'm interested in is Barney the dinosaur. That's it.
The what?
What is
Barney.
that? Oh, Barney.
Barney is a dinosaur.
Nice.
What? There's
You're
3
allowed to take your
dinosaurs
boots
in it.
and wing it through the
Wow.
We went from Jurassic
to
World.
Barney the dinosaur.
Barney the dinosaur.
It's still a dinosaur.
What?
What? It's a fun dinosaur who
Okay,
can sing, who does magic and can
sorry. I just want the name is Distortus Rex.
Distortus Rex.
So he's disrupting everything. We have to come up with a really good name, okay?
Distortus Rex.
He's disrupting. And he's a T-Rex. That's
We're not gonna say it, but yeah.
I mean, like that writer's room would have been lit. Okay.
Brilliant idea.
They are like really tired of, oh no, not a Jurassic World movie. What are they gonna do? Oh, they're gonna create dinosaurs. Oh, what's happening? Everybody said don't go there, but what are they going to do? They're gonna go there. Oh, okay, so then what's happening? The dinosaur is going to get angry, and then he's gonna come after you. I mean, basically, the writers must be like, what are we supposed to do? It shows with the name Distortus Rex.
You are praising and bashing the movie at the same time. I'm confused.
The first one was good.
Okay.
But now it is just become a joke
and even
for me.
I think
it's not like I say like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
It's the same plot.
When you go to the movie,
when everything's silent, okay, he's gonna show up now.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on.
That is on point, Pinut. 100%. Like, everything is silent. Nothing is happening.
It's like is it gonna come from the front?
Or
from the back.
At least make it a comedy. It's like, there is something of
the toilet scene was fun because I was like, so is he gonna like smash it or is he gonna do what? He lifts it. So he's like, okay, good one. Fine.
And was he taking a dump or was he?
He was playing a video game, right?
What?
No,
he had a tablet with him. He had a tablet with him, right?
So this is what happens, y'all. That was like the crescendo of that entire.
No, here's the thing. So you all gain a lot of joy by explaining it to us.
Exactly.
See how fun it was.
No, but no. I think he ran from the car.
Then he hid in
and
the toilet.
he hid in the toilet. And he was, I can't remember, he was with
This is the part where they wear the night vision glasses as well, right?
Yeah. And in order to check whether what happened to the goat.
What happened to the goat.
Okay, and then,
Have you at least seen that where they give goats for the dinosaurs to eat?
Yes, that part, yes.
Don't just nod your head.
Okay, so.
But I personally feel like from all the Jurassic Park, movies or the world, it's actually Chris Pratt's one. Hands down.
World was
because
good.
he brought in an element of comedy as well, right? I think compared to all of the other Jurassic movies, he brought an element of comedy. So I personally feel like that one I loved it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have
Jurassic World, the first one in 2015 was
exactly,
good because
yeah.
I think it was after like quite hiatus, and then it was long and
no, I think it was catering to you guys. It was actually catering.
So they
to
did a
you
good
guys.
job there because Jurassic Park felt a bit ancient, not gonna lie. And when they like, did you remember the part where these kids
they say ancient creatures, you know, they
It wasn't
existed
nice
in
that you just
prehistoric
looked at
times.
Maish and went ancient.
Okay, yeah, it is. They are ancient. So
the climax was the part where, do you remember the two kids enter this random room and then you see remainings of Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
That was like the...
In the second one and the third one. The second one, they goes into another island, and because apparently a child was missing, they go on a sailing trip, and the child gets lost in this particular island. But in order to save the child, they go, and the third one, apparently they come into the cities. Apparently nobody listens. Anyway, so that is
genetically engineered ones where they beat them. That was the second one, Red Dominion.
That was the second one, I think. Yeah. The 2015.
They genetically engineered.
You're talking about Jurassic World.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Jurassic Park.
So this is all because a very rich person didn't know what to do with his money.
Correct. Exactly.
Nice. Okay.
All problems start there.
Yeah, money is a problem.
Money is a problem. Too much money is a problem.
Yeah, okay, fiction. Yay, ancient dinosaurs. Ross is very happy.
Ross?
I mean, from Friends. Paleontologist who likes a lot of dinosaurs.
Because he loves dinosaurs. That's his thing.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
His thing is dinosaurs.
Because he's a paleontologist.
Paleontologist.
I don't know, I just know the name.
Wow.
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 I knew it started.
Not say which school you went to, because that's an insult.
I just know the name.
It's an insult back at me also. Okay.
Paleontologist, fine.
Okay. Anyway, so that is the upcoming new movie. This will be released in September. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people would go, but I won't think there'll be the same kind of enthusiasm that was there, because of course, for Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey and Mahershala Ali Academy Award winner twice, I think. So the other two, Jonathan Bailey is also gaining a lot of traction. Bridgerton actor. Then he did a lot of
Wicked
others.
as well.
Wicked, he was in Wicked, exactly. And
that is a
of
beautiful
course,
creation.
Right? It's a good one.
And Scarlett Johansson, of course, finally, she's so down to earth. She has that typical schoolgirl vibe, because you see her on the corridors kind of thing. It's not like a movie star, mega movie star. You can't actually approach her or anything like that. She's like one of those very down-to-earth kind of vibe that she gives even in the movies and the roles she plays. So it's actually fun to watch this version as well. But then again, the storyline not going to be a surprising one for you guys.
But will you be going to watch it?
No, I would be waiting till it comes
and then illegally.
I'm not even there watching it.
Nice.
Yeah, this is one of the joys, the joy of being in Sri Lanka, where we are allowed to do that, because if it is in the Western world, it is illegal to download torrents. Anyway, that is the story. But with regard to other entertainment story, we have to take a break. But before that, I think Rihanna has a new song. And
exactly.
So excited about it.
Oh yeah, big time. So I think like Rihanna did something sort of like a hiatus, right? So she came out and she's like, okay, finally she's done with Fenty. She's she's done with being a billionaire, and she's achieved that. And she's like, I'm gonna do an album. She's gonna release an album. Everyone, the entire world was like, okay, she's gonna release an album. She's gonna release an album. And then she comes with one single for Black Panther, and then she's like, I won't be releasing the album because she's impregnated, okay? And that was like, she showcased it right through, of course, at the Super Bowl as well. And we were like, okay, fine, it's do your family, everything, and then we're not gonna get it, okay? And then she is like, okay, fine, now finally she's out of it and everything, and then Met Gala comes.
And she's pregnant again.
She's pregnant again. And I'm like, how did she aim it? She's like, okay, ASAP, Met Gala is coming. We need to do something big. I'm like, now there's no more, right? It's literally no more. We don't have the album. We don't have anything, okay? And then finally, she actually teases us with a song. She did no promo, nothing. She releases a song.
For the
Smurf movie. And I was like, okay,
just to remind our viewers, the dubbed version, the single version, is going on TV Derana right now. It actually won a Raigam Award for the best dubbing. This thing, it's called Nilkurumi. Yeah. And we hear, like, next to our office, the one who does this, Anuradha Sigera, he keeps having weird noises because he's dubbing sounds for Smurfs. Smurfs was actually, not only fun, it was like, our childhood. These are our childhood stuff that is y'all are re-experiencing.
So you all have the cartoonish version, we have the animated
exactly,
version.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is the cartoonish version?
No, so
and
you had the
animated
2D one.
Yeah,
we have the
which is the original.
So all
but
good
we have
for
the
the original, but we have the new and improved.
But here's the thing though, with the new Smurfs movie,
how can you new and improve?
No. In the sense the graphics.
It's more realistic, okay? It's
Why
not
did
like
you have to dumb that down? You're going to start off a war.
It's done. But honestly,
more realistic.
Realistic, exactly.
Little people, blue. Oh yeah, of course.
But it has people. It has people.
It has actual people.
I think this is the demography that we're aiming to bring in.
Well, the directors did right there.
And Rihanna song, but I mean, like, do you think it's a banger?
I personally feel like the soundtracks are big bangers, right? Because they had DJ Khaled, they had literally all the big stars, and it's a very Indianish flavor as well to the movie.
But she always had that. She had that, because she's from the Caribbean, and the Caribbean has...
No. DJ Khaled does a different song.
No, DJ Khaled.
Rihanna. Rihanna's one is not too Indianish, but the entire movie as a whole is very Indian. Like, they brought in the Indian flavor very strongly for the
Maybe
entire
they are.
film.
They want to get into that market as well.
Probably, yeah.
All right, let's take a short commercial break and a lot more entertainment stories to discuss. When we return, we'll take a first look at Wednesday. Actually, releasing soon, Wednesday. Wednesday Addams, the Netflix series, which was a phenomenon back in 2023. The dance, you remember the dance, right? Exactly. But wrong song.
Yeah, wrong song.
They took a Lady Gaga song and put it up in not the song that she originally danced for, and that was very viral because of the simple fact that she said, I didn't know how to dance, and I just whipped up a dance overnight, and that's how I made it, and she never thought that it would be approved. But Tim Burton, being Tim Burton, he loves the weirdness, but actually that was actually a good move, and she actually emulates Wednesday Addams.
I think Jenna Ortega went from a child actress to like a professional actress.
In that. We'll be talking about that and we'll be taking a look at that. So let's take a short commercial break. You're watching Showbiz Tonight. We'll be right back.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
Anything else on your person?
Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
You care to explain this?
Sun cream, seriously?
the first time you've ever willingly returned to a school. How does it feel?
Like returning to the scene of the crime.
Howdy, Ruby.
I already know where the bodies are buried. Let's play dolls.
I mean, it is a little creepy, but the curls are super soft.
It's made from real human hair. Wherever there's murder and mayhem, you will always find an Adams.
Every family has dark secrets, Wednesday. And secrets can have deadly consequences.
You don't need to worry about me, Mother. I do my best work in the dark.
So that was a quick look at the new season of Wednesday. We have part 1 coming out in August and the second part coming out in September. A couple of episodes in August and then followed by the September session.
I think since the season is usually 10 episodes or 8 episodes, it depends on
Have they
how
confirmed the
much.
number? Not yet. Have they confirmed the number? Not yet. How many episodes?
Usually because it's Netflix,
usually,
it'll probably
you know,
be 7 to 8.
Netflix does
Yeah.
the whole, you know,
8 to 10.
bang, everything is there.
Yeah.
So, which is good because, you know, then you can binge watch a weekend. And I like it. I like that model a lot because for people like us just to sit and watch something new, there are some new good ones. I've been talking about this to Vinuth about this series, but I can't actually talk about it on television because it's on Netflix. So if you see something new, you know, something related to thinking, the thought process or something like that, just check it out. It'll be really funny because it's really funny.
Akul is like, what are you talking about?
It's a show. It's not like a series. Like it has like 8 episodes, but it is skits. Okay, short skits in one episode. You get like 3 skits, like SNL.
Okay.
You have funny skits, but the skits are really not television talkable worthy or something like that. This thing, but in terms of this season, what are you expecting on Wednesday? Hoping for some. What do you actually want to see this time?
No,
because last time there was this entire mystery about who killed who, man.
And they set up the story, right? A lot of people went from the early adaptations of the entire Addams family, and then now the focus was on Wednesday, her school life, and whatnot. I, for some reason, want a bit more of her parents, a bit of more of Morticia.
But you are going to get that this time.
Yeah, not just the parent, you're also going to get the grandma. Because the grandma's going to show up as well. Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus...
And the brother.
And the brother.
Yeah, it was all about the extended family.
This time, the storyline is, she's not going to school. Her brother is going to go to school. So she's going to go there, and apparently again murders are happening.
Exactly.
Now last time they already caught who did the murders. Apparently it became her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Sadly, who turned out to be a werewolf and started killing people. And this time around, again, there's a set of murders. Now she comes and, does the whole, checking it out, the investigating part and on, trying to figure out, because that guy is in jail. So and there's a lot more of Catherine Zeta-Jones. This time around. I was very surprised to see her in the first one because Catherine Zeta-Jones was like, an iconic actress back in the day, and she only used to do movies, and then suddenly you see her coming on a television series like Wednesday, completely out of character for her, but she actually, embodied that, the mother of Wednesday Addams.
So do you know the fact that, was it her that played Wednesday as well in the original movie?
No, it was someone else. It was someone else, but she was part of it in the actual. Not in the actual.
The original
first season. The first season, the one who played Wednesday Addams was there as one of the tutors for Wednesday Addams in this series. So.
Here's the thing, everybody who gets casted as Wednesday has such a distinctive face. I don't know how to explain it, but then that face looks like Wednesday.
Do you know what? Actually, true.
Wednesday.
No, I mean to say,
This is again leaping from comics to the silver screen or the television screen. So it is interesting how they actually depict the story, and it is also Tim Burton. So Tim Burton does his own thing. You can't tell Tim Burton.
Creative genius.
So this actually Addams Family comes from a 1938 comic
It is
strip.
a very, very old one. Super old.
1938.
1938. It was a series of 150 standalone single-panel comics that went on the New Yorker. 1938. My God. That's way before my age. Right?
That's way before that. But
I was around.
No, you
in
weren't.
1938, Mahesh.
He was around in spirit.
Just not as Mahesh.
Okay. Anyways, moving on.
Who knows? I could be Frankenstein.
True. Actually, it's during that time that this movie actually came out as well. Like, I mean, in terms of the comic. What's crazy about this particular season, I feel like, is for the first time ever, they're deviating a little bit from the comic as well. The original comic.
It's Tim Burton.
Yeah,
so he definitely will.
He'll put his own taste.
Yeah,
exactly.
Of course. No, he wants to put his own taste.
He usually takes.
I think that's the reason why it's successful, because he customizes it according to the current generation's needs and expectations.
I think you have to do it as a director as well. But she comes back to school, the same school. She never returns to the same school. But
y'all watched the trailer?
I did.
The airport scene.
Yeah. So it's a really, really fun stuff.
Wait, was that what inspired your outfit?
You know it. That's exactly. Thank you very much.
No.
That's no, Mahesh. That is what was inspiring this outfit.
Carry a casket and
Wednesday.
do his other job.
No, when I called him, okay, where are you? We are starting. Oh wait, I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of something. I'll be there right now.
You're doing the coughing dance.
I was, I was like.
No, basically you heard the whole church organ music going, and then people crying and all. So it's
was there.
Yeah.
He was there.
His part-time gig is being a film director. So yeah, exactly.
If you want to call me,
I think we have some more spooky things lined up, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is about that is also before we get to that, I want to give you a little bit of a taste. Releasing soon this particular movie, and we'll talk about it right after that. So take a look.
Don't touch anything. Everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or been used in some sort of ritualistic practice. Nothing's a toy. Not even the toys.
How many cases you guys had?
Cases?
My name is Ed Warren, here with my wife Lorraine.
Maybe 1,000.
Every case is different. Every family's different.
Once we start, there's no going back. Anything can happen. And most likely anything will.
Something's changed. Something's different.
Well, that is a first look at The Conjuring Last Rites, the spooky stuff, Halloween, all that,
It's not Halloween. This is real life stuff that was adapted.
we are almost.
Are you that person who says all these horror things are real?
No, this is actually based on real stuff.
It's
actually based on real stuff.
So. Okay, so when it comes to this particular movie, this is the 4th installment when it comes to the Conjuring series, but the 9th when it comes to
the entire... It is also now a universe.
Yes, 9th out of the Conjuring universe.
Everybody has a universe now.
They also went over that trilogy thing. No, now they have 4.
They have 4.
No. So they had the Nun, they had Annabelle.
Universe-wise,
because
it's Darren and Lorraine Warren.
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Ed. So I think Darren is
Ed shortened to Ed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ed and Lorraine Warren, these are the 2 real life Ghostbusters?
Demonologists.
Yeah, but Ghostbusters, right? Literal Ghostbusters.
Demonologists. Paranormal investigators.
Paranormal investigators.
Ghostbusters.
Same thing.
Paranormal investigators.
Ghostbusters. Basically, they took a cue from the Who. No, I mean there are paranormal investigative shows. I don't know whether y'all were there when Discovery was.
Hope's Exorcist is not a part of the universe.
No. That's different.
There is so much of shows. A paranormal investigator goes into a spooky house, sits around. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? God. Okay. Oh my God, my meter is going right up. It means that there is not one single ghost has been caught on camera. Okay. Because it's always something is falling and something is this thing. But the thing is
going up.
There are people who really believes this fact. If you are coming from that particular... I mean, for me, I want to believe this because of the simple fact it gives a little bit of a thrill when you're watching the movie. There's this whole thing. If you're lonely,
so you're a skeptic.
If you're lonely, Aquil, watch a horror movie in the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will not feel alone.
You will feel watched.
I know.
Oh wait, what are we talking about? Horror movies.
He's a director.
Horror movies? Oh, that's my daily thing, man.
Day.
Well,
I live it
I talk to them every day.
I like Insidious more than Conjuring.
What?
Insidious.
So here's the thing. Okay.
You did not?
I liked Insidious
more than Conjuring.
Okay. Love it. Love Insidious.
It is good. But here's the thing. Okay.
Except the last one.
Okay. Now
because it didn't make sense, right? Yeah. Proceed.
We're talking about Annabelle and Conjuring. Okay.
No, we didn't go to Annabelle.
So this movie, the Conjuring movie that is going to come out in September, has nothing to do with Annabelle. But I know you have a story about Annabelle.
It does have something to do.
No, there's nothing to do with Annabelle.
It's Balak, right?
It is not the same demon. So this is a continuation from the previous one, the third one.
Yeah.
Third one, there was this massacre that happened in Texas, which I'm sure you all would have watched that particular movie. So The Conjuring, in that massacre, look.
I know, I can say.
No, I'm trying to find the demon name.
Is when they're doing their research. I don't know why they're here. Anyway, so they were doing this whole, a really young guy killed his family, his baby and everyone. And so then he was taken into prison and all that. But he said, no, I was possessed.
That's right.
Okay, I was possessed by a demon. So then, because he's a Catholic guy, the priest comes into the conversation, and then he calls these 2 guys. Hey, can you come and investigate this? Ed and Lorraine Warren, and they come and investigate, and of course, it's a demon. Who has taken over himself, and in order to do this, so they go into the scene of the crime. They have a look, there's a demon, blah, blah, blah. So that story ends somehow thinking that we actually got rid of the demon.
But we didn't.
Guess what?
According to the Conjuring, you never get rid of the
hello.
demon.
Yeah, so
that's but it could also be personality disorder as well. Okay?
What?
That case. I mean, you can obviously commit the murder, but then still say that I was possessed, but it could also be, personality disorder or an excuse.
But then,
could also be an excuse.
In that movie, the demon wasn't named, right?
The demon was
He
named.
was-
So that is how they. I know a little bit about getting rid of
Demons.
Demons.
Oh, no. Whoa, okay.
What do you call the ritual that the church does on this, especially the Catholic Church or the Anglican Church or any other church who casts demons out. You have to identify the demon.
And the name.
In the name. So you ask, usually what they say
You tell his name and ask him to leave.
in an exorcism. Okay, not the scary movie exorcism part. The scary movie.
Right.
Did you all watch the comedy scary movie where the priest comes in, and then she takes a 360, and then he was like, "Heck no,
Scary movie, didn't like it.
not bad." In a real exorcism, so what they usually do is they need to identify. They ask who are you, demon? So the demon will have to say, they say in the name of Christ or something like that. Identify yourself, a demon. So the demon identifies and says, "I'm this thing," and then I cast you out. You have to tell the name of the demon, and they did that. Okay, so they did that. But we thought it was over. But then this demon is perhaps,
a stronger one. Yeah.
No, there has to be a connection to Valak. There has to be. Because
Connection to
Valak's
what?
story did not end. She's still there. I feel like in the last movie, there'll be a proper connection to everything that happened in Valak. Did you notice, though, when Valak was first introduced, this is the demon in the Conjuring universe, was first introduced, they went, especially Lauren went on a ride trying to find out her name, or its name. Did you notice in the background of a couple of scenes, it spells out Valak?
Yeah.
That was epic to find that out, saying that the name was there the whole time.
Yeah. So even in their whole library of the collection, I think it was in Connecticut, the actual one, not
the museum.
The museum, where all these demon stuff being brought. Because the thing is, they possess items or things, dolls, axes, basically personalized items that is being used by these kinds of demons when they were alive, or even they possess them, and then all those things were collected and brought into a museum, and this was their museum. But in Connecticut, it was later shut down due to violation of some state laws or something with regard to the land property issues or something. They can't have a museum at that particular point. So that happened. But then one of the key items in that museum was
the
Annabelle doll.
The actual doll.
Annabelle doll. Not the one you see in the movies. That is a fake doll.
It's a porcelain doll.
The porcelain doll. That is just for dramatic purposes. But the real doll is a Raggedy doll, right?
Raggedy Ann doll. It doesn't look scary at all. It does not look scary at all. But here's the thing, okay? The scary part is the casket or the container that she's kept in. It says, "Do not touch, do not open." And they keep blessing it because allegedly people who make fun of it, they go to an impending doom. But here's the thing, when Ed and Lauren Warren says don't touch something, you do not touch it. Whether it's true or not, just you don't mess around and find out. But guess what people are doing right now?
Do you know?
They're taking it around America. And there's a priest who's blessing it the whole time.
What?
They only brought it to Texas, right?
No, they are, okay, so the tour is called Devils on the Run. It's a nationwide paranormal exhibition organized by the New England Society for Psychic Research, which features the Annabelle doll as one of their main exhibits. So they're taking it around the place, and you have a priest literally blessing it while it's being transported. But here's the thing, okay? For news,
not blessing.
Containing it.
No, he is blessing it.
No, that's you can't bless a demon.
Okay, not blessing.
It's holy water. It's holy water. So it's like
keeping the demon in to make sure that the demon will not come up.
Exactly. They keep throwing holy water. Showering it
to contain it.
No, blessing.
Shush.
Blessing.
Demons could be misunderstood.
Anyway.
Wow. What was that?
Here's the thing. Okay. Here's like more or less.
Was it like representation issue or some issue? Like, are we having that now?
No. I mean,
devils are people too.
But the point is, okay.
What is this?
No, okay. Here's the thing. Here's what's spooky about it. So, there was.
We have to throw holy water at her?
Contain yourself.
Exactly.
No, but here's the thing, okay. So during this tour, they actually went to New Orleans, okay. There was a prison break there where 10 inmates just escaped out of a wall behind a toilet, apparently. That's not spooky at all. But then they went to Louisiana, and then the plantation, there was a big plantation over there. It's a historic place, blah, blah, blah. It's part of a lot of controversies. That place also burned down to the ground.
Damn.
Poof.
So this is the slavery plantation, right?
That one.
Okay,
so not a lot of people like it. I mean, it's obviously a place of slavery, and a lot of people were hurt, killed, and tortured. And this place, a fire was set. No causes of fire are found yet. Nobody knows who lit it up. Nobody knows what happened, but it burned down to the ground. So there's one school of thought is like, oh my God, thank God, finally the souls that were trapped there are released. And the other side says, oh my God, it's Annabelle. So like, it's like, here's my thing.
Or it could be, oh my God, there's an arsonist among us.
That could be, but it's not as glamorous as the other two.
Police guys would be like, that's what I did, just to.
True.
Or the guy who's organizing the whole tour needs a little bit of a press. Could have done it. It could be that.
10 inmates and one plantation.
And one plantation. But here's my thing. If it's cursed, why are we trying to find out?
Look, people are weird. That.
Will you
people
do
are weird.
that?
No, I would not. But if it brings in
Oh no.
Let's. He said people are weird.
Yeah.
So can we have a pan to right to this angle? Can you get this shot?
I'm just saying it. Okay. Yeah. But honestly though, to be honest, in terms of like creating like, a horror movie, right? You have to sort of like look at all the intricate details when it comes to really showcasing the scary aspect of things. Just imagine her telling the story, right? Okay, this is what happened. We got scratched in the back and so forth. Not Annabelle.
Lorraine.
Yeah, Lorraine. So then just imagine capturing all of that's said into the realism of, visuality. That's like something to another level.
No, and here's the thing. The real life Ed and Lauren one had a lot of allegations against them to say that they were faking it. But the movie looks so realistic and the storytelling is
exactly,
Now the thing is, I think I'm pretty sure Vidit also would agree. As soon as, we know what time the ghost is going to come.
Chucky.
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 I like Chucky. Okay, Chucky was good.
Chucky, bride of Chucky, offspring of Chucky.
Yeah. Not the new one, but the Chucky, original one.
Chucky.
But here's the thing. The thing about the Conjuring universe that I like, similar to the Marvel universe, how each character has their own background stories. Once you research the Conjuring universe, you actually fall down that rabbit hole of demons and their births.
So the thing is this, if you look at like, a lot of religions, which a lot of people believe, there is that portion of the demons in it. So it is not like, something different or something. So it is not hard for them to not believe. And when things are happening which you can't explain, and when things are happening that is basically taking control of that entire situation. So how exactly are we to, make sense of it? So they go to this level of thinking that, there could be something which we don't understand. Now, it makes sense because look at what science is actually discovering with regard to our universe. Okay, we are talking about black holes. Black holes never existed back in the. I think it was just in theoretically, but for us to observe one right now through the JWST telescope, the latest one, it actually captured a black hole. So all that is like, people are marveled at what we said prior, and we are now discovering and things we have no clue about. First they said everything gets sucked into a black hole. Now the science is like, they had to change the whole thing once they actually observed a real black hole. It's not the case. Okay, it's not like, when you fall into it. Now there is this theoretical side of it. It's saying that it is a portal to a next universe or something of that nature. Then the whole multiverse thing is coming into reality. Not just in the Marvel universe, but in reality, people are talking about it theoretically. So there are so much of things which we don't understand. So it makes sense people to believe about demons, and that is something that you can't stop.
Actually have like a proper production, like a proper horror movie based on Sri Lankan culture, and we have
Giraya.
There is plenty.
Okay, Giraya, I don't know whether you're obvious. What am I talking? Y'all haven't watched. Do you know about Giraya?
The TV series?
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know? Did you really watch that?
It went on ITN, right?
Yeah. This actually went on Rupavahini.
Oh, okay.
That was spooky. Bertram Nihal was the director, and that was so. It was nothing. See, it's about this woman. Okay, this character. Who is a servant in one of those Walawars. I think it's in Kandy, I believe, one of the big Walawars. You know what Walawa is?
I do.
What is it?
I
What is it?
What is it?
It's the ancient house. It's a house. It's a one-story house.
Anyway, you were telling Mahesh.
We apologize to for the lack of knowledge.
Especially the ones from Canada.
Yeah. Coil, yes, we are really sorry. Okay, anyways. So, getting back to it, the storyline was like this like, we couldn't, like, I remember this was like a family event. My father was there, my mother was there, myself, we three had to watch it together because I was scared of it. Because, in the night what you hear, those kind of scares, it's so bad,
those animal noises like Rahaya and all that.
So much of ghost stories in Sri Lanka as well. I think
there is
instead of doing
with the mix of the traditional and cultural things.
Here, when it comes to Sri Lankan, we do have old stories as such, which have like for that time productions make sense. Right. But now a lot of horror movies that we have in Sri Lanka are either a copy paste from some other subculture,
true.
or either it looks fake. It looks fake, but you take Conjuring, you take Insidious, you take all those horror movies, they look realistic at least to a certain point. We have very rich horror stories. We have different sorts of demons here, incidents that have happened, exorcisms.
Endemic demons, I would say.
I think if you look at South India and their horror movies, it is nothing to do with the fact that the story is bad. It's just that the graphics are so bad.
That's what I mean.
Look, it caters to those people.
If you know the technicalities, you can literally predict how this ghost was added into this frame.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we have to take a short commercial break. A little bit more to discuss right here. I think we have to discuss about in our rundown. We have the X-Men to the Marvel Universe, how they're going to come into that, and also. Finally, we found how to get to Sesame Street. That is there, which we want to share with you as well. Let's take a short commercial break. This is Showbiz Tonight.
Welcome back to Showbiz Tonight. Now, if you have been with us for the past few weeks, Marvel is a daily thing for us. So, I think it's time for our weekly Marvel dump. So
this week, I mean,
why do we have to take a dump?
Marvel dump.
Okay, weekly Marvel talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Such as if there's anything better. So, This week we are going to touch on a rumored cast and bit of a continuation.
Not a rumored cast, confirmed cast.
Confirmed cast, okay, fine. So, the X-Men. Now, yes, last week I think we talked about, I think Mahesh gave this in-depth analysis of how the mutants are going to come into the MCU with Thunderbolts.
I think they're already there now.
Yeah, already. I mean, if you watch Thunderbolts, it's pretty
The new
obvious.
Avengers.
They're the new Avengers.
The new, sorry, the new Avengers.
The hate you have towards the new Avengers, I will not take. Okay.
So, now, X-Men, they're trying to pave the, I mean, it's obvious at this point that they'll be there in... He'll probably miss so much. So, by now we know that they're going to play a major role in Avengers Doomsday, right? Secret Wars? Or
I think this is after Phase 7. Sorry, not after Phase 7, after Phase 6. Phase 7 would be all about mutants. So they have to bring a little bit of the Secret Wars and the one before that, I think. Secret Wars is the last one. What is the other one? I can't remember the name of that one.
Doomsday?
Doomsday, sorry. Yeah, exactly. So for Doomsday, and now we went to the multiverse. Doctor Strange took us to the multiverse of
Gave us a whole tour.
Completely. Scarlet Witch broke the whole break, and then again Spider-Man also completely wrecked the whole fabric of
Loki gave us the scientific timing.
Loki explained the what do you call sacred timeline, and now the sacred timeline is branching out big time, and so we have these multiverse.
Which should not happen.
No, it was happening. So it was the Kang the Conqueror, which is the one who remains. So he was the one in Loki series finale where he said, listen, this has been happening countless number of times. All these people, this breaks out, and then there's war. There's it is Secret Wars. Is basically these multiversal wars. So in one of those multiverses, we saw X-Men already in Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, when they went down, Professor X was there, and also I think Professor X was there. So Professor X was the one. So in that, if y'all go back and watch the whole Multiverse of Madness again, you would see as soon as Dr. Xavier enters into the scene, the music goes the usual X-Men, the old X-Men theme. They brought that just to indicate that apparently there is a series coming. So now there's already 2 seasons of the cartoon series of X-Men, which the Marvel has. So the problem here was Fox owned the Marvel franchise, the X-Men franchise, and now Marvel took over. Actually, Disney took over. Now, they did not give the rights to X-Men.
So it's the same Spider-Man scenario. That's
exactly. Now they're slowly, anyway, all negotiations are going the way Disney wants it. Now it is coming into the Marvel universe. Now they're somehow incorporating it. But I understand, Kevin Feige specifically said that he doesn't want to involve this in, I mean, he will give hints. That's why we saw it in the casting chairs. A lot of older X-Men, the original
in
X-Men.
Thunderbolts also they kind of paved the path.
They were returning back, and they were returning back in cameos, but not like that. It will not be centered around X-Men, because he will keep that for Phase 7. So Phase 7 would be all about X-Men, mutants and things like that. But introduction, a little dots of it will occur from now up until Secret Wars. And that will be so exciting for people like us to see, because X-Men was also one of those beautiful movies that I loved. I think it came back in the in the early 2000s.
It had a different vibe, I have to say.
It absolutely had a different vibe with the X coming in. Usually you get inspired by these kinds of movies because it is one, the comics, you understand the comics, you are a fan of the comics and you love the comics. And then, many people have tried to bring it to the reality of it, like a television series or something like that. X-Men used to go on Saturdays at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I used to wake up at that time, school days,
8 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah, 8 a.m. in the morning, because cartoons were
Saturday 8 a.m.
Saturday 8 a.m. Okay.
So usually a kid would want to sleep a little bit more on a Saturday, but not this kid. Already watching X-Men, enjoying the cartoon and all, and then you had the film version of it, and we were like, oh, the film is going to be horrible, horrible.
Not really.
But no, it was not.
Really
It was
But my problem is now that franchise was by a different person, and Marvel now, how would they embed this X-Men, because now X-Men already has a storyline.
It's easy to embed it because it is the same universe. X-Men are Marvel. So later what happens is Marvel, in the comics, mutants, like usual normal human beings, like Wolverine is the best example. Wolverine is a experiment gone wrong, okay, nothing else. They wanted to experiment, create a superhuman, and then they put, I think it was adamantium that they actually injected into his bones. And one of the things that they found out, he was a mutant because he can regenerate himself and cure himself very quickly. His bones doesn't get, brittle or break away. Yeah, exactly. He has the I mean, if you watch the Wolverine, the original movie, you will find that out. I know none of y'all watched, so that's why y'all are just shaking your head.
I watched that one.
Wait, so the claw is adamantium?
Okay.
The claw is
yeah, exactly.
adamantium?
So how, with Lieber Schreiber, his brother, who was there, who becomes, I can't remember the name.
Rat?
No. I mean, like, so they're already there in the universe. Okay. Now the problem was this is something to do with contracts. It is nothing to do with that. You can't bring them into this because in the Secret Wars, side by side humans. Okay, that's why if you watch the first X-Men movie, actually not the first one, the second one, or the third one. And you see those, it had the franchise, they say, we are working with humans side by side. Okay, there was this UN convention, Professor X was part of it, and then, Magneto came in, so Magneto kind of want to disrupt everything, You see that storyline has already happened in that Fox, if I want to call it the universe. But for them to bring it to the Marvel universe, they want to do, I think, do a retake of it. Not a retake actually, to make it seamless from what they've been telling right now and going ahead and.
I think that's what they did for Spider-Man also.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, with the Sony deal and whatnot, you still got all three Spider-Mans in one movie.
And that made sense.
That totally because it was all different universes.
Amazing Spider-Man and the normal Spider-Man is totally two different franchises.
Yes.
But I personally feel if they are going to make the remake, who I want is Jennifer Lawrence to play that role.
Jennifer Lawrence is not getting it. It's
but I know she's not going to because she's like left the entire contract conflicts as well.
Ramin, right? She the original one. She was really good in the first one. You have watched the first one.
I did.
What do you mean?
But he liked Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, okay.
That's
I liked her
personal.
He likes Scarlett Johansson and Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay, so
and Oshin.
Dude,
can't forget Oshin.
Dude, let's actually, respect the OGs.
Okay, all right, cool.
Magneto is Ian McKellen, right?
Yeah.
And Professor Xavier. All those, even what do you call? Why do I keep forgetting about all these names? Cyclops. Okay, James Marsden. All of these are original X-Men. They're returning into Secret Wars or some other this thing. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Kevin Feige and the creative team would literally bring it
that's my anticipating part as well. How are they going to do this?
No, because if it goes wrong, a lot of fans like Maish and such, because you have different generations of
But see,
people.
I don't think it'll go wrong because X-Men, it's not like Marvel superheroes, right? Because X-Men, they have like the laser eyes, they have all of the different aspects of things which are basically superhero-based stuff. So it can't go wrong.
But it's included into Phase 6. I mean, the integration has to
Anyway,
but then, It could be good, yeah.
I think we should wrap this up and take it to the next week and talk about this a little bit because we are running out of time.
Yes.
We have to get to the countdown as well. We talked a lot about movies from Jurassic World to X-Men to The Conjuring, all that. The countdown, the rest of the countdown from number 5 to number 1 is there.
But I think there's an announcement you should not forget, the Sesame Street on Netflix.
Sesame Street is on Netflix.
Let's make the announcement and then keep it for next
Sesame Street
week.
is on Netflix.
Apparently, they always ask the question, how to get to Sesame Street? And now we know, just switch on your remote. It's on Netflix. It's going to be on Netflix. It's still not on Netflix. So when it comes on Netflix, we will talk about it because we another.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, exactly.
And once more.
Yeah.
Elmo is not unemployed. So we are all happy because he posted on LinkedIn, it's deleted now, to say that he is being laid off of Sesame Street. But now that it's on Netflix, Elmo has a job.
Yay!
Since it's on Netflix, would it be like, R-rated?
No, it's an educational platform for all ages.
Anyway, when it comes, we will talk about it. But let's take a short commercial break. When we return, the rest of the countdown.
Welcome back to Showbiz Tonight. 7 weeks on the countdown and still claiming a spot at the top 5. Has to be a special one then. Well, it's none other than the Minecraft movie, which is our number 5 hit this week. This has become a massive box office success, grossing approximately $929 million worldwide. Now, can it hit that $1 billion mark? Well, with the way things are going, I'll say it's not too far away from that. Maybe when we return next week, this milestone might be in the bag for this movie. But the movie is now gradually getting available on streaming and digital platforms, so this might affect its box office performance anyhow. So, how far? So far it's actually quite good, but this is definitely the Minecraft movie.
I love Blue House. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
This place makes no sense. Let's do this.
They want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken jockey!
Sinners concludes a joyful week and lands at number 4 on our countdown tonight. Now, Ryan Coogler's direction and Michael B. Jordan's acting really stand out in the movie. Now, the way film digs into the racial issues and cultural identity has connected with a lot of people on a kind of a deeper level. And now people really like how the film mixes things up by blending horror, musical and historical drama all together. Setting it in the 1932 Mississippi gives it a bit of a cool vibe that makes the story feel real and adds this extra meaning, especially with the themes it tackles. So in a nutshell, it's a fresh take that keeps things interesting and hits you on a different level.
That you dead.
So you listening to this? Now we out here playing games, telling ghost stories in place of doing what we ought to do.
And what is it we supposed to be doing?
Being kind to one another and being polite. Now we is one people, and we shouldn't go in barging into other folks' places uninvited. So we've been in and out of here all day. Ain't never need an invite then. Yeah, something ain't adding up. Can I at least get my money?
Careful.
All right, coming in at hot number 3 this week is Thunderbolts. Oh wait, scratch that. The new Avengers. Yeah, I better get that right, or these 3 Marvel nerds sitting around me might actually, strangle me live on air. So let's play it safe. But now listen though, okay? No one really told me about this, but gotta be honest. DC is a little better than Marvel, okay? But all jokes aside, like we touched on earlier, this movie isn't just one-off, right? It's laying the groundwork for what's next in the MCU Avengers Doomsday, which, by the way, is rumored to bring in the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Anyway, enough of me talking. Let's check out some of the action from this film.
Don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not supposed
Oh my god.
Walker, shield!
Is that Bucky? It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool. That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
Alright, coming in at number 2 this week, it's the Final Destination Bloodlines. Now the film totally outperformed expectations, locking down a solid spot in the box office and marking a huge comeback from the franchise after 14 years off the grid. Now, we went pretty deep into the whole franchise last week, specifically me, but just in case you missed it, this one introduces a new lead, Stephanie, a college student who finds herself tangled in a deadly family secret that goes all the way back to a premonition in 1968. It kicked things off with a strong $51.6 million domestic opening, setting a new record for the series. Now, not bad for Return from the Dead, right?
Let the guy finish. And to truly break the cycle, you have to die.
All right, time to take a look at who's at number 1. Well, there's no surprise here. We told you last week. Yesterday it was released, Mission Impossible number 8, The Final Reckoning is number 1 this time around here in the countdown, because apparently there is, Ethan Hunt is back. He has hunted all the bad guys and now he's going to hunt the AI, and the movie is superb. I recommend you to go and watch it. If you can watch it on IMAX, watch it on IMAX, or you watch it wherever you are. Don't wait till it comes on torrents, because it is a movie experience that you really need to have. So here's a take. We knew about this, right? We knew about this. Around $60 million is what it is. And the best part about this is, despite the fact that it was released worldwide yesterday, it was released in South Korea on Monday, in India on Monday. Okay, so they've been having it for weeks and topping the charts.
Not happy about that.
So it came to Sri Lanka, maybe on not only Sri Lanka, the rest of the world as well on Friday, yesterday.
Wednesday had few world screenings.
Yeah, exactly. Because apparently in other parts they were releasing it early. So there's a lot. So it is an enjoyable movie. Everybody can enjoy this action thriller that has absolutely taken over by a storm right across. Let's see who will be the contender next week. But here is our number 1 movie of the week, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
This can't all be true.
Every word. The CIA Black Vault break-in.
Am I reading this correctly? The Kremlin bombing?
In fairness, the bomb was actually meant to kill him.
He gassed a security briefing. at the National Intelligence Directorate.
That was just 2 months ago. You two would have been in that meeting.
He arrived in the form of Mr. Kittredge's aide.
And left as Mr. Kittredge, I believe.
All right, that is a look at our number one movie,
Mission Impossible, the
Impossible.
final reckoning, but I think it's not the end.
It can't be
Tom Cruise
the
says
end.
But the
otherwise.
thing is this, it's confusing because Tom Cruise says, I'm done, I'm old, look. But then
I
again,
can't jump.
suddenly he again changes his mind and says, no, I'm gonna,
Maybe I can jump.
He confirms it. He actually confirms it. And he says the fact that no, they've decided to call it the final reckoning, but it's actually not. It's just called that. That's it.
No,
It's not. There's going to be another one.
That was the case. But then there is this rumor saying that apparently they want to wrap the franchise up because, Ethan Hunt is, putting himself too much in danger. And if something happens to Tom Cruise, liability. And this movie actually has to do very well in the box office because in order to make the movie, it cost more than $400 million, the highest ever production budget for a Mission Impossible movie. So even to break even, they have to get $500 million. So that is a challenge. That's all the time we have for you tonight. Thank you very much for joining us on Showbiz Tonight, as always on this Saturday night. I hope you enjoyed our show. Vinod, Sanui, and also our funeral director, Dr. Qureshi was here. Thank you very much for coming to a joyous occasion after a somber occasion. But no, he's not a funeral director. Kidding about his attire, that's all. But we appreciate your company. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week on Saturday at 6:05 p.m. This show is tonight. Have a good night.